Application do's and don'ts. There are some things on an application that you want to be very careful of, and others, it doesn't matter. So let's go through this and look at this. And under the completing an application, there's some sample applications there, and I already have it loaded so I could show you here. There's a couple of samples. Now, the first thing you need to do is you need to complete it in black ink or blue ink, or look at the instructions and see what they have. Right here it says black ink. You do it in blue ink, they may throw it away. There's a reason for this. A lot of these applications are scanned. So from my experience, blue ink does not scan as well as black ink. So the companies have a reason for this. So as we go through that, we'll look and see if there's any others that have restrictions. But use your full name, your last name, your first name, your middle name. It doesn't say middle initial. It says middle as in name. So in my case, where my legal name is Mary, but I go by Kathy, I would put Mary and then parentheses I would put Kathy. They can always ask me about it when I get in there. The date, make sure you use the full date. The street address, here's the city, state, and zip right here. One thing that I find on applications, look it over first before you ever get started. One of the things is, are you filling out in the line above, the line below? What is it? So you make sure that you do it. Position desired. Make sure you know the name of the position. Okay, the exact name of the position when you fill this out. Over here, Social Security number. I would never, ever even give them the last four on an application. I would say will be provided upon hire, or will be provided. Just don't give them your Social Security number. Okay, they don't need it if it's just an application. Unless you are doing something like the police or something, they have to run a check, a background check, before they can go any farther. Okay, how did you find out about the application? Or have you ever applied before? You know, they're going to want to know that. Have you been convicted of a felony? Please make sure that you look at this question closely. It doesn't say, have you been convicted of a misdemeanor? It says, have you been convicted of a felony? So answer it honestly, and you need to say yes or no and when. Okay, and the expected rate of pay. If the job announcement has the rate of pay, put the rate of pay there. If it does not have the rate of pay, you need to research and see what this position is normally paid for this area so that you can complete that. Don't leave blanks on a job application. They need to know what you're expecting. Okay? You can go through and read all these. What prompted you to select Dollar Tree as a potential employer? Put something down. You know, I'm in the store often and I like it. I know people who work here, something like that. Okay. You know, will you work overtime? All of these special skills and training, what they're looking for is training that is applicable to this job or a upgrade. Okay. If you're legal for employment in the United States, 18 or older, most of you guys are 18 or older. Your high school, you say yes. You say where. It does not, you notice that this one does not ask when you graduated from high school, so that they cannot gather your age from it. List special interests and hobbies. You know, like I've been talking about for the class, a lot of times they want to know that you can do something outside of class. Your special interests and hobbies, it may be that gives them an idea of something else you can do for them. And then watch this. For office use only, do not fill out this area here. Okay? Unless and until they ask you to. I know it asks for emergency contact, but this is also for office use only. The employment history, read the instructions. Complete full-time and part-time record, and this would also include volunteer. Start with your present or your most recent employer. Make sure you fill all of this out. Reason for leaving, be real careful about that one. Don't say I didn't like them. That's really, don't talk bad about the previous employer, okay? And don't check any of this gray area. You don't go in there. That's for them. Read what you're signing. Please read what you're signing. So sometimes it says that it allows them to do certain things you don't want them to do. And if that is the case, don't turn in the application. Okay, so that's one application. I just want to go over real quick. Another one. On this one, gym restaurant management. This one, you can fax your resume. Okay, so, and look there, they've got screening tests for alcohol and drugs. If this is an issue for you, don't submit the application because it's not going to do you any good. Once again, they ask for social security number. And you can put in there, will provide, just put will provide. Any of these, the dates that you're working, okay? Are you willing to relocate? Are you willing to travel? Watch that and how you answer that. All of these colleges, some of these, there's a lot of information in here that you need to watch out. And then here, have you been convicted of a crime? This one says, have you been convicted of a crime? There's not specific that it is a felony. So you must divulge if you even have a misdemeanor there, okay? Then on the employment history, the same sort of thing. List your major duties. Don't write a big paragraph. Use bullet points. Okay, and then this one is asking for your references. Make sure here it says only individuals familiar with your work ability. So you need to have this information available. Those are the two that I have there. There is another one. Let me see here. There's this one. This is a pretty standard that people can pick up in a office supply store. So you'll see this one quite often. Excuse me. Once again, it asks for social security number. Don't give it to them. Are you 18 years or older? That's for legality. Okay, these are, this one is basically the same. Former employers, starting with the most recent. Okay, references. Now, watch this, you guys. Watch this. It says, person you are not related to, whom you've known at least a year. And this one asked a felony within the last 5 years. Okay, don't fill out down here. All of this says interviewers use only. But make sure you sign it because a lot of applications will not be accepted without a signature. So the big thing is and one of the big things I normally have you guys complete an application during this process. Write clearly. Make sure that it is very, very clear. I know you have trouble with handwriting. What happens if you can't write real well? Print slowly and you'll make it clear, okay? Also on this one thing here, right here, put your last name, first name, middle name here on the side because it's also asking for it there. Make sure you fill out every single field. If it doesn't apply to you, write down the M/A for not applicable, or none if it could be the answer of none. So anyway, those are some of the do's and don'ts. So I will let you go on and I'll see you in the next video.